This is the September 2022 market update for West Michigan. I've been hearing a lot about this market, so much going on in the markets. I want to go over each and every item with you in this video, and it's coming up right now. For thanks to doing sights to see, you are now watching Live Great TV, and I am your official host to Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. My name is Vaughn Greathouse. Hey, if you want to know more about the Grand Rapids area and what it's like to live, work, and have fun in West Michigan, make sure you hit that subscribe button, slap that notification bell, or at least hit the like button so you won't miss out on all the brand new videos that I put out each and every week, because I love making these videos for you. But even more than that, as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan, I love helping you make that transition in or around the Grand Rapids area. So I put my information below. I want to get right into the video, but before we do, just make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I really work hard to get this information out for you, so that way you're informed, you can make good decisions. With that being said, let's go right over to my computer so I can show you whether or not we're having a crash in this real estate market today. This is a big deal, and I want to go over the specifics with you. All right, so just opening up my computer here. Are we experiencing a market crash? Is that what's happening right now? A lot of people are asking. Some people are on the sidelines wondering whether or not they should buy right now. Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? What's going on? Are we just gonna sit here, rent for a while? What are we gonna do? So let's just get right into it. The first thing I want to go over is the housing supply overview, and this has some really big facts, some good information here. This comes from GRAR. They send out reports each and every month, so I always want to make sure they're in the mix as we're making decisions. It says in September 2022, builder confidence declined for the 9th consecutive month in September as home prices, rising interest rates, and elevated building costs continue to reducing buyer traffic, hindering new home sales. And according to the National Association of Home Builders, the NAHB, Wells Fargo Market Index, the builder confidence has dropped 3 points to 46 in September. By contrast, it stood at 83 in January, with interest rates near half of what they were now. From the 12-month span from October 2021 to September 2022, pending sales are down 9.3%. The price range with the largest gain in sales was the 450 mark or more, and that increased 8.5%. The overall average sales price was up 10.1% to $290. The property with the largest gain was the townhouse condo segment, and those prices increased 12.1%. The price range that tended to have the quickest sales were between $300,000 and $450,000 at 16 days. The price range tended to sell the slowest was $150,000 and lower mark, and they stay on the market for an average of 33 days. Market wide, we're up 10.5%. And this is a big deal. I just wanted to kind of go over these things with you. The next portion is the amount of new listings on the market are 1,093 compared to last year, where we had 1,239. So we have a decrease of properties by 11.8%. The average day on market is going a little bit longer, a week longer than September of last year, where we had 12 days on the market. The amount of closed listings are down 10.6% to 975 as of September, and then in September 2021 we saw 1,090, so we're down 10% in closed sales. The average home value is $342,278, and last year it was $311,824, so it increased 9.8%, just like we saw. And this was directly from GRAR. The next thing is the Zillow forecast, because I like to take the whole into account. Zillow home value and sales forecast for October 2022. This was as of yesterday. Zillow's home value forecast remained generally unchanged in October as the housing market continued to slow amid rising mortgage rates and broader economic uncertainty. The team's near outlook for existing home sales was revised slightly, flowing surprisingly strong existing homes data. But recent data point to the downside risk to sales volume. So it looks like here Zillow is expected to see that home growth slowly on a national scale, about 1.3% over the next 12 months. And this is a big deal because of the fact that the prices are still going up. And I want to get into that, but let's just keep going down as to see why and what this means for the sellers. Waiting is no longer a strategy. A lot of these sellers who were on the market were sitting on the sidelines, saying, hey, we're going to wait for this market to go up. And let's look at the numbers here. This is according to Redfin, actually. In 2019, the average home price was $270, and we saw an increase of 5%. In 2020, we had the average price go up. It was $308,000, up 14%. 2021, we saw the home price $350. It raised 14%. And now that we're in 2022, we're seeing the average home price is still higher, but that growth is slower. As you can see, that 14% was the peak, and it was an advantage for sellers to wait and actually see if they can get more money. And now today, it's not the same. And that's your report there. I want to actually really quickly just give my interpretation of the market as I see it. So if you guys have any questions really quickly, text, call, email, whatever you like, whatever way is comfortable for you to get a hold of me to ask questions. I think the very first step is just asking questions in regards to where you're at and what you can do as you're moving forward. So just to give you an analysis of how I see the real estate market today, it's a really big deal because of the fact that home prices are still increasing, as well as the interest rates. So what does this mean as a consumer, as a buyer? The sellers, when they want to sell, it's going to be one of those scenarios when they put their home on the market, there are few buyers. That is the key here. There are fewer buyers who can afford these houses, and that's why, as we saw in the index, that 450 and above range are the amount, or that's the average home price of the type of person who can actually afford to move right now. So as pricing increase, we're losing buyers because buyers are not in those higher price points. And the reason that those buyers aren't buying at the lower price points and there's fewer buyers there is because of the interest rates. We're not getting that bang for your buck as if we were a few years ago, or even last year, where we had half of the interest rate number that we have now. Right now, we're right at 7%. About 6 to 8 months ago, we were about 3-4%, where the affordability was higher. So now you're getting less homes. So now let's just say if you're at that 250 range, you can't afford the 250 range. You're somewhere in that 190, maybe 200 if you're lucky range, depending on taxes and insurance and whatever those fees are. But you're at the same time, your monthly mortgage is going to be the same as if you were at that 250 range. So it's really less of an advantage. And there are very few homes in that price point because prices are continually growing. Now, on the other side, if you're in the 450 and above purchasing range, you're seeing more competition. You're seeing more people who can afford it actually out there in those markets right along with you. So now you're paying more for those 450 homes just because you can afford it right along with the people who can't afford it. So that's something to take into account as you're going into this market. I just wanted to give it to you straight as far as what you can expect, how I see this market going, and what some of the advantages that are going to be for you. Now, there's different programs, different tips and tricks that you can know in this real estate market. And that, as a professional, is what I do best to make sure that you get what you want and everything makes sense in the end. I just wanted to give you that update. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. With that being said, for things to do and sights to see, this is Live Great TV. I'm your official host of Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. Until next time, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.